Welcome back to my channel. Tonight's caller believes successful women should be able to play by the same rules as successful men, especially when it comes to money, dating, and power in relationships. She says double standards aren't fair and thinks women should get the same freedom once they level up financially. But when Kevin breaks down why men and women are judged differently in the real world, the whole argument starts falling apart. Stay locked in till the end.
Professional women feel like they can have it all.
Well, personally, I feel like we work for it. I feel like a man works for, I think I saw a video the other day that you were doing, and the woman was on there, the girl who was making all the funny faces, and she said she had dated a plastic surgeon, and he started making all this money, and he started talking about poly relationships, and you were like, well, because he's making that amount of money, and that's what he wants, then that's what he should go for. And you were like, regardless of how he looks physically, if he's worked to make that money and his values have changed to the point where he doesn't, that why is it not the same thing for women? Like,
did you not pay attention to the last call? First of all, she agreed. The woman in that video agreed with that.
I'm not saying I don't agree with it. I'm not saying
I just want to be clear because you didn't tell the entire story. The woman who made that point agreed with that. She just didn't want to participate in it.
Right, but my point wasn't a disagreement with how you spoke about that. My point was
Your point was if men can do it, why can't women do it?
Yeah.
Because you can't. It's a double standard.
It's a double standard.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, you ladies like double standards when they benefit you.
You want to give me an example?
How many of y'all are serving in the forward areas in the military? How many of you are digging ditches and doing the dirty, disgusting job to make this country run? Yet you want equal representation, equal votes, but you don't want to actually become a firefighter and not have the test be altered because you can't do a 200-pound dead man's carry.
Well, is that for all
You
women?
want equality. You want equality.
Well, I don't think all women choose not to do that.
No, I don't. See, that's one thing I don't do, ma'am. One thing I don't do is I don't get into this not all conversations. That's not what I do. We stick in the general because that's just a deflection tactic. There are double standards. Do you have any children?
Yes, I have a 12-year-old.
12-year-old what?
Son.
12-year-old son. Mm-hmm. Okay. You gonna put him in Girl Scouts?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Because he's a boy.
Why? No. We're all the same, right? Go let him sell. Go let him sell Thin Mints.
Right, I understand where you're coming from.
No. If he wanted to, he said, "Mommy, I want one of the cute little Girl Scout outfits, and I want to sell Thin Mints and s'mores."
I'm sure, but there are men out there who will allow their children.
No, we're talking about you. We're talking about you. You asked the question.
Okay, I would.
I'm asking you if your son wants to come in and play and sell Thin Mints and s'mores and all this other stuff. Yeah, you're gonna tell him, "Yes, son, I support you because your boys and girls are equal." That's what you're gonna do? You're gonna get him in a nice little sassy uniform and marching down there and get him some pigtails?
No, but I don't feel like money is a double standard. You feel like money is a double standard when it comes to men and women?
You said money. No. I'm thinking money is a double standard. No, don't switch the subject. I said there are double standards. I said there are double standards. That's why I said there are double standards. And here's the double standards when it comes to women and men.
There are a few, but you're putting money in the category of double standards between men and women?
Yes, your money doesn't matter to us. If so, listen. If so, why do women? What is wrong with your connection? Are you on like Wi-Fi or something? You got Cricket Wireless?
No, I'm not on Wi-Fi. I just have my phone in my hand. Excuse me.
But it's really digitized, so it's a really slow connection on your side. It's like, okay,
all right,
ready?
I'm ready.
If money equal the playing field, why do women like Jill Scott, Mary J. Blige, and women like that end up not being able to marry men who are their colleagues? Why do they end up having to marry typically do like Nicki Minaj and marry these no-name people. Because women can't use money to overcome their actual sexual marketplace value. We don't care about your money. It's a different calculus.
Okay.
And just like you said, you wouldn't let your son go to Girl Scouts because boys and girls are different, because it's a double standard.
Okay, well, we're with that, we're going to agree to disagree. So
There's no agree to disagree. That's another one of these subjective truth, my truth bullshits. No, 2 plus
can we
2
not
is
use
4.
profanity? I'm not going to use profanity with you, sir. If you want me
I'm
to
just
act
on my
like a
show. If
lady,
I want to say bullshit, I'll say bullshit. If you don't want to hear it, plug your ears.
you told me but I think that's the problem too. I think men want us to act like ladies, but then they in turn treat us like
I
we're
said it's
your.
bullshit. I didn't curse at you. I didn't call you something.
I didn't say that.
But
All
you
I
said you're
said
trying to
was
hold on, understand something. Don't try to tell me as a man on my show how I need to act. I'm not
I
going to curse at
asked.
you. If you don't want to curse, don't curse.
I just asked the question. I didn't demand you do anything,
Well, it's
darling.
not even for your place to ask. This
It's
is
not
my
my.
show.
Oh, okay. All right, you can continue. Sorry
You don't
for the
need to tell me to continue. See, that's the problem. You ladies need to learn how to stay in your place when you deal with men. I can continue. I can do whatever. I can click you off. I can click you on.
You can. I,
Where's your son's father?
where's my son's father? He's in another state, but he's in his life.
Okay. So why didn't you guys marry?
We were young. I was 16 when I got pregnant, 17 when I had my son. I was actually going to the military, but I couldn't go to the military due to a small disability. But I ended up marrying a Marine at 21, and due to some long distance issues, we decided to divorce. And so now
Man,
at the
I don't know what's going on with your connection because like your audio is going in and out.
um, well, let me cut it up. I can cut it up for you. Hold on.
So why is it? Do you think men and women should be? Do you think there should be no difference in treatment between men and women?
Yes, I do. Like, what perfect example is how I just tried to communicate to you that if I'm treated like a woman, I'll act as such. But if I'm not treated as a woman, then there's this defense mechanism that comes up.
Oh, that's
But yes,
bullshit.
I
That's
do.
bullshit. Let me tell you, see, that's another one. That's more bullshit. Let me tell you right now. A feminine woman is a feminine woman. See, we don't accept men saying they turn their masculinity on and off. Okay, what are you doing to? We don't accept men saying, "I'll be a man if you treat me like a man, but if you don't treat me like a man, I'll act like an orangutan." Men are masculine
They
because
do
they
that quite
are.
often. They do that quite often, though,
Don't
sir.
tell me what they do. Those are the men you deal with. Don't tell me
Okay.
that men do that. Maybe the men you deal with. I'm not gonna let you come in
Okay.
here and just say what men do.
Well, let me rephrase that for you. There is a vast majority amongst the black women, obviously, it's a collective, that believe that men do the same thing. How's
Yeah,
that?
you can believe whatever you want because the women you're talking about don't deal with facts, data, statistics, or reality. It's called delusion. So I don't
I
doubt that
believe,
many of the women you speak of are delusional. You're right.
I believe in statistics, though. I believe
Well,
in a lot of the
I
things.
believe that if you can have observable reality, facts, data, and statistics, and that you can still have people believe something else that can be proven false, and they still believe it, that's called delusion.
Okay, so when are you going to prove when actual facts are proven, I believe them. But when there's a blurred line there in which can be persuaded to each or other, then belief is very much so, the prerogative of the person.
Did you just give me the in living color skit?
I,
What the
if
hell
you
did you
liked
think
it,
you just said?
if you liked it, darling. But that's the truth.
What do you think you just said?
What did you think I just said? I just said
A
that.
bunch of babble.
Oh, okay.
Even people in the comment section are like, what is she talking about?
Hmm. Well, I wasn't reading the comments since I know you don't like that, but obviously you're
All
reading
right,
that.
man.
So
I'll tell you what. You have a point of view. You're entitled to your point of view. Men and women are not equal. I don't expect them to be equal. Just like you don't want your boy going to you wouldn't want him being a Girl Scout. And if you want everybody to, why, if men can do it, why can't women do it? Because we can't. Because men can run around and have sex all over town. He's a player. Women do it, you're a hoe.
well, I wasn't trying to
But
presume that.
that's just, I didn't make those rules though.
I'm, and those rules are simply fine. But I was just wondering, you know,
But the thing is,
what
man, you're 30, how old?
I'm 30, period.
Okay, well, I'm assuming that as a mother, you understand that these rules exist. And I don't understand why women who are grown women, fully grown women, are still asking, why do double standards exist? Because they
I'm not
do.
ask- I'm not asking that. What I asked was I didn't think that money was considered a double standard because I've seen it both ways. I've
Money doesn't make a woman look better.
Right, but
Money
money
makes a
has
man
gotten
look better.
you don't think so? You don't think that
Are you insane? Money makes a man look better. Let me explain something to you because she's not seeming to get it. Uh, Dallas Cowboys, look at former Dallas Cowboy Nate Newton and guys like him, the guys who are not really good looking. See, there's a term with money. He's ugly, but he ain't ugly. We all know that money makes a man look better. All right, man. I don't think this is going anywhere.
Before you click off this video, I really want you to sit with what you just heard. Because this conversation wasn't about hating women, disrespecting anybody, or putting people down for no reason. This was about reality. This was about understanding that men and women are not judged the same way in the real world, no matter how much social media tries to convince you otherwise. Money does not make women more attractive to men in the same way it makes men more attractive to women. That's not an opinion. That's been proven by decades of dating behavior, marriage patterns, and real-life results. You can disagree with it, you can be mad about it, you can call it unfair, but you can't pretend it doesn't exist. A lot of modern women grow up being told that if they work hard, get degrees, make money, and become independent, then everything else in life will fall into place automatically. That the right man will just appear, that marriage will be easy, that relationships will be simple, and what nobody tells them is that success in your career does not automatically translate into success in your relationships. Nobody tells them that men and women look for different things. Nobody tells them that attraction, commitment, and long-term partnership are built on different standards depending on who you are. So when reality finally hits, it feels like betrayal, even though nobody actually lied. They just didn't tell the full truth. What Kevin was explaining here is that double standards exist because men and women bring different things to the table biologically, emotionally, and socially. Men are valued for what they build, protect, and provide. Women are valued for youth, femininity, cooperation, and emotional stability. That doesn't mean women are less valuable. It means the marketplace is different. And instead of understanding that difference and moving strategically, too many people spend their time arguing with reality, trying to negotiate with biology, and fighting against systems that are never going to change just because we're uncomfortable with them. And let's be honest, most of the frustration we see in these conversations comes from expectations not matching outcomes. People are told they deserve certain lifestyles, certain partners, certain standards, without ever being told what it actually takes to qualify for those things. So they grow up thinking, I'm enough, without ever asking, am I competitive in the market I'm in? And when the results don't match the mindset, instead of adjusting, they blame men, blame society, blame culture, blame everybody except the choices they made along the way. This channel doesn't exist to sugarcoat things. It exists to make people think. It exists to make you question what you've been taught. It exists to make you stop operating off feelings and start operating off facts. Because at the end of the day, love doesn't pay bills. Feelings don't build retirement accounts, likes don't build families, and opinions don't change outcomes. What changes outcomes is understanding reality early, making smart decisions, and moving with discipline instead of ego. If you're watching this and you're a woman, this isn't about lowering yourself. It's about positioning yourself correctly. It's about knowing what men value, knowing what you offer, and knowing how to build something real instead of chasing validation. If you're watching this and you're a man, this is about understanding your responsibility, building your value, and not being afraid to demand respect for what you bring to the table. Either way, this is about accountability, not excuses. So before you jump in the comments arguing, before you get emotional, before you start throwing labels around, ask yourself one question. Is my life actually going in the direction I want it to go? And if the answer is no, maybe it's time to stop fighting uncomfortable truths and start learning from them. Because the people who win in life aren't the loudest. They're the ones who listen, adjust, and move smarter. If you got value from this conversation, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who actually needs to hear it. And most importantly, go support Kevin Samuel's original content and legacy. We'll see you in the next one.